Hello everybody, how you doing? Good day. Good day and happy Wednesday to all of you friends. It is incredibly hot here in the land of Hello. It is incredibly hot here in the land of Alpac. How you doing? Hello Quindlina. Hello dog. Let me just have a sip of a drink because I am, man. Hello mind. It's probably 3 million degrees right now. Hello Gimli. I think this is pretty much how it feels like to be on top of the sun. I'm out of minis to paint after finishing a beholder. No! But, I mean, our boys here at Reaper got us covered, don't they? I'll show you guys some of the stuff I worked on in these last few BBDs. I did get COVID, so it was a bit difficult for me to be live on the Reaper streams. I needed the rest, but you know, we're here now, and this is a model I've been working on. This is another one I worked on in these last couple of weeks. This is another one I've been worked on. I worked on 2 models like this, and then we have these lady that I'm working on for my Patreon. So lots of minis being worked on. Really like this one. But today, together, we are going to be working on our snake lady that we started a few weeks back. Our snake lady. Snake. Hello irregular. Hola tío. Hello Asgard. There is something really wrong with it. Whatever. Hello, how you doing? Oh my god, it's so hot. Hello Gary. Good evening. Good evening. So I think yeah, we can work on the armor and get the snake head a bit more snake. What do you think? With the light again? No, I think there is my camera settings on the software I use to stream are different for the Reaper stream compared to the normal stream. So every time I do a Reaper stream, it feels weird to me to look at the camera because it's different. But it's okay. I don't know how to fix it because I am stupid. So we'll live with that. Snake. 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 I got something to show you guys because I haven't shown it on the Reaper stream yet since coming back. While I was away, I went to the Netherlands, to Eindhoven, and I won a bronze in master category there with my puppets. So that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. I haven't shown this one here yet. All right, so we go. Okay, let me get a green chocolate. Yes, got a bit of chocolate. Oof. I'm gonna try my best to stay alive on this stream, but like if I don't know if the news have reached you where you are, but dude, Europe is on fire. Okay, so yeah, just last time we worked on the scale, we got some colors on, and we can continue that kind of effort by making our snake lady a bit lighter towards the top. Whenever you paint a mini, if you want the mini to have an impactful look for the viewer, the trick number one to use is light. If you have more bigger lights towards the top of the mini, it will look more theatrical, more interesting. Hello, friend. How you doing? So while the default instinct when painting might be to simply just highlight everything the same, because, you know, it's a miniature. But doing that actually makes the miniature look like a miniature, weirdly enough. In a sense that if you build your lights and your colors equally across the entirety of the paint job, what happens is that it will look like a painted miniature. But if instead you work your lights more according to a realistic lighting, and by that I mean if you just imagine the mini being a 2 meter tall or 7 feet tall person and not a miniature, you will find out that in your mind's eye you can already imagine that the light is going to be different based on where you are. And if you portray that on the paint job, it looks more real. Any chance we can see the piece you won with? It's on my Instagram. It's the guy with the shield. Hello, Crown. How you doing? Yes, it's a very nice snake. It is a fun mini. Yeah, at the moment, no shield. Okay. Yeah, it's a I don't know why I had the voice of Mickey Mouse for a second. It's really nice. It's really nice. It's fun. I'm glad I picked it. Models like this you could spend weeks on and never be done, really. Since that when you're dealing with texture and stuff like scales and the sort, you can really take your time and spend a lot of time. But I do find myself preferring a more global method of painting, and by that I mean I think it works best to paint stuff like scale and hair as a single unique thing, almost ignoring the little detail, over interpreting every little detail very hard. Because like if I were to give a light and a shadow to each scale, I would make them look very high contrast, and also I would kind of lose the sense of shape of a snake. And this is, I think this is a more efficient way of painting, and I do the same with hair as well. I don't paint the entirety of the hair, like strain by strain, but instead I paint the global thing. I noticed that painting the beholder. Too much contrast on the scales make it look like it has disease. Yeah, it looks fake, basically. A big part of our journey in the world of painting is the search for rendering. Rendering, artistically speaking, is making a material look what it is. And every material has its own way of being rendered. Some are easier than others. Like metal are very difficult, for example. I never painted a beholder. I would love to, I think. Because I really enjoy painting eyes. I'm a big fan of painting eyes. So a beholder would be really interesting to paint for me. Which again is another weird thing. Like, you would expect people to commission me a beholder at some point. Because I did get a bunch of D&D minis commissioned over the years, but never a beholder for some reason. Kinda weird. Yeah, yeah. Hello, Archon. How you doing? Yeah, a bit more light. Just trying to break up the scales, making the center area of the mini, the chest and neck, with a different color. But this weather is freaking Mad Max level of hot. Yeah. Okay, I think we can start working on the armor a bit. You know, for the armor, I'm just gonna be using the same colors I just used right now. Just a bit more desaturated, so a gray green. Why not? Wow, why isn't the color covering? Huh. This is odd. Wow, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it is pretty much finished. I don't know why exactly the color isn't covering, but hello, Joe. Hello. How you doing, man? Well, whatever. Even if it doesn't cover, it's fine. You just need to work a bit more like this. But again, I don't know because the mod is primed and I had no problem with the coverage. Only the armor is giving me problems. Huh, what a weird thing. Maybe the naked primer on the Mini has been reacting with the heat? Might be. Okay. As always, guys, if you have any questions about anything, really, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to help. Especially if you have doubts on your own painting, maybe you don't know how to do something specifically, like a technique or a color or whatever, feel free to ask, okay? You are not bothering me in the slightest. I don't have that much to say per se right now because I'm just base coating. I'm just trying to get the color to be in place. We're gonna be having fun soon though. Lately, I've been doing a bunch of experimentation with non-metallics silvers because like I'm trying to find ways of portraying it that are interesting, and like in this case, this green tint that we can have in it, I think it's gonna be cool. Then base coat fast. I'm trying. I'm trying. Also, I am changing a little bit the modus operandi in which I build up the non-metallic. In the sense that usually I would be starting from the darkest shadow and then build up. But that method, I felt it was a bit limiting, so I lately have been enjoying starting from a more mid-tony color. So not the lightest, but not the darkest either. So I allow myself more space to go up and down if I need to. Okay, so this is good. We can push delete. Man, my paints are already drying, by the way. I just want you to know that. It's incredible. It is incredible, dude. Okay. So now it's just a matter of picking out the shapes. A metallic needs to be light. That's kind of the make or break thing. You know what I would like? I would like a Sicilian granita right now. Chris really did himself on these nagas. I love what you're doing with it. Thank you, Moonlight. Yeah, man, these minis are nice. But okay, who sculpted the Norkers? Who's the sculptor of the Norkers? Because that guy is my favorite sculptor ever. Or girl, I don't know. But whoever it was, they are my hero. No, Norkers. No, Norkers. Bobby J. I love Bobby. Man, those Norkers. We need so many more. We need so many more Norkers. I think, for one, that if Reaper did an entire Kickstarter completely dedicated to Norkers, they would definitely be getting millions and millions of dollars off of it. An entirely Norker Kickstarter. Those minis are the best minis ever. I want a little Norker village, dude. They are so cute. I would back it just to hear Lucas say Norker. Norker. Yeah, how do you say it in American? Norker. No, that's a British person with a lot of twat. No. How do you? Because you guys don't pronounce the R. So like, how do you say it? Norka. Norka? Is that how you say it? Norka? Norka. Is that how you say it? Norka, bruv. In it, bruv. You're right, bruv. I am so sorry, bruv. You're looking at me, Norka. Nork R. Like Norker. Norker? Like this? So you say the R? No, you can't be saying the R. Because you can't pronounce the R like this. Yeah, exact. No. So it's Norka. No. Fuck. Norker. Norker. Well, they're cute. No, seriously, dude. If I make it to Reapergon, I am going to be doing the Golden Norker competition inside of Reapergon. So people are gonna be competing for the Sophie Award and all the other fancy awards. I'm just gonna get a Norker, I assemble it, I will spray it with a gold paint, and I will choose my favorite model of the competition, and the guy will get the Golden Norker to cherish for the rest of their life. God damn it, again. Yeah, the otters are very cute as well. I entered the dire cabbage last year for RiverCon and got nothing for it. What a disgrace. Yay, chaos. Our company of 60 people just announced they had to lay off 9 people, so that's fun. Thankfully, I wasn't one of them. Shit. I'm sorry, dude. I wonder how the Pareto distribution fixes itself after layoffs. Makes no, like, it's a stupid thought, but really, I'm genuinely interested now in knowing how it works. Worst case, I could probably go back to my old job, but I don't want to go that route. I mean, you could find another one too. There's always a supervillain looking for minions to test their lasers. So, you know. Go on strike like the French. Well, that makes sense. Can you recommend which Reaper paints to start with? I'm looking to try them out, coming from Citadel, Polyhomo del Color, Game Color. Any paint that you like. I know it sounds stupid, but it's like Reaper paints, they are all very good. And they're all very stable too. So you don't really have that much of a difference between colors in the way they perform. So just pick colors that you think you will be using in your projects. I swear by Reaper paints, they are the best. The Lucasette. Oh wait. Laser jobs like this one aren't exactly a dime a dozen, but I didn't get really picky for the lasers. Picky for the lasers, more the mechanical design aspects. Unremarkable flashbang, thank you for the follow. Sorry, thank you for the sub, dude. How you doing? Puppets get painted, it's beautiful, man. It's coming. You shut your whore mouth, okay? It's coming. It just... Dude. It's coming. Don't worry about it. Eventually. I'm trying to deal with more important things right now, like, for example, getting me to ReaperCon. If you leave now, we should make it there. Imagine swimming. I would be too scared of being eaten by a shark to swim in the Atlantic. That is true, actually. Would be pretty nice. Man, I would fucking love to go to the beach. Trying to get the paint to behave for me, but not the easiest. Huh? Okay, we need one more light, but I'm gonna take a quick break to try and breathe, because these glasses are not very comfortable after a while. And also I'm thirsty. I drank like freaking 4 liters of water today. The song always reminds me the intro of Blinding Lights. Don't get dehydrated. No. That's not a risk for me. I think one of the reasons why I don't eat much is exactly because I drink a lot. Because they say that what we perceive as hunger often is thirst. And it might actually be true, because I drink like a freaking camel and I don't eat that much. Like, I have my stomach full of water, so I don't feel hungry. But yeah, I'm always drinking. I love the shield on this model. The skull. It's really cool. It's really cool. Maybe it's because you don't want to eat your mother's cooking. Maybe that's also might be actually, yes. Possible. Snake. Very cute. Very cute little snake lady. I like her a lot. So I'm gonna be pushing the lights a bunch more because we are not light enough yet, and then we can start glazing to get the shapes right. Snake. Do snakes breastfeed their youngs? No, because they are... they make eggs. They don't make... yeah, they make eggs. So they don't do breastfeeding, right? Because only mammals do. Actually, how do snake BPD? Actually, how do snake poop? So many questions. Really, Joe? But what is it? It's not at the end of the tail, right? It's like underneath the... it's on the belly, I guess, or somewhere. Like, would be here, where my thumb is. For consistency and accuracy, should I paint a little butthole on this mini? Here. Alright. Pick to work. Hey. Hello. I am really trying my best to paint like this, but it is hard, mio. It is hard. It is very hot. It's funny how every year, for the last few years now... hello, Tuk. How you doing? Every year for the last few years now, it's been consistently the hottest year of my life. And then they say climate change isn't real. Yeah. How do they mate? Have you seen a video? Hello, 8. Good day. Hello, Robbie. How you guys doing? It is hot. I'm honestly just expecting to drop dead any second now. I wonder if you get banned from Twitch if you die on stream. I know that Twitch has some really efficient mods. So like when some content that really breaks TOS is being shown, they go at it in an instant. So I don't know how long it actually would be possible. I actually wonder if anybody has ever died on stream. Because, like, Twitch has been around for, like, 15 years now, no? So, like, and there have been millions of people stream. Has anybody died on stream? Like, had a heart attack or something? Really? They have? I'm dying watching. Well, philosophically speaking, we're all dying no matter what we do. Trash. Every second we do is a second lost forever. To the gaping abyss that is time. Our presence on this planet is but a blink. So you know. We're all dying. I heard of gamers dropping off after marathon streams. There was someone who died doing a charity marathon. Well, worth it. Of all the philosophers, Jean-Paul is probably the one I like the least. That guy is really, really, really not a happy person, man. Like, I love Sartre because, like, he is miserable and he wants to make sure that you are just as miserable as he is. That is actually his agenda. He doesn't care about preaching philosophy or having opinion. He just wants you to be miserable. And he hides it behind the idea of making philosophy. Fucking nihilistic twat. It must be your spirit animal. Well, my spirit animal, as you know, is Jordan Peterson. I like joking about bleak stuff because I find dark humor to be the funniest, but truth is that I'm actually a fairly optimistic person. Like, I honestly do believe that with genuine effort, genuine passion, you can achieve anything you want. Or at least get to a point where you are satisfied. Because at the end of the day, it's also important to understand that maybe when you set out for a journey, your goal is clear, but as you are traveling, it stops being so clear. So there are lots of times where people set out to achieve something, and then on the way there, they discover that they didn't actually want that thing. And they know themselves more because of the journey, and they change idea. So it's not about... I don't believe you can get anything you want in life. Because you can't. It's obvious. But I do believe you can get... insight on what you truly want. And that thing that you truly want in life is something you can have, I believe. Because it's not about money, and it's not about fame, and it's not about any of that stuff. It's a personal thing that comes from inside. And the lack of that thing is what makes people believe in the pursuit of happiness through money, for example. Or stuff like that. Because in the search for that fuel, that engine that makes you live, you just buy into the market. And the market tells you money is what you should be looking for. That is what happiness is. And when you make money, then fame is another thing. And then when you have fame, something else is another thing. And then you end up like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk going to space. Because you have had everything from life, and all you needed was going to space. And even that is not gonna fill that void that you have inside. Nothing will. The only thing that can is your own personal, honest journey with yourself. And I do believe anybody can achieve that. That is true though. When you have money and fame, you can get Norkers. Norkers might actually be a cheat for true happiness in life. But in the absence of Norkers, the only thing you really need is to have a conversation with yourself. An honest one, if possible. Because we lie to ourselves more than we lie to other people most of the time. You weren't expecting it, huh? Were you? You joined the stream expecting to see a guy paint a snake lady, and in turn you ended up on a philosophical stream about life and its meaning, and with a side dish of cloaca in the way. No, but you can watch the VOD rate if you want. You know, I know lots of people who have a cloaca instead of their mouth, because from it comes out bullshit and words at the same time. How do boobs work on a snake lady? Well, I was thinking the same, because she is not a mammal, so she doesn't have mammary glands. So she doesn't have boobs, technically. But maybe they have discovered that if they do plastic surgery, they can get subscriptions on Twitch. So maybe this is not actually a snake warrior. Maybe this is a snake cosplayer, and she does SMR on Twitch. Maybe she's gonna buy a 7-Eleven soon. I am funny. I am very funny. Believe it or not. And if a snake has arms, it's still a snake or a lizard. Ah, that's actually a very good question. Is it actually still a snake if it has arms? Huh. Yes, Trash. It's not funny when only you laugh. Well, I guess I need to change company. What are your weaknesses on painting? What is your favorite color? What is your name? Basing. I suck at basing. My basing is terrible compared to my painting. What is your quest? It doesn't paint very long before stopping to yap. I mean, come on. For some people, that's the best part of the stream, dude. It's the only reason I stopped. Wow, that's very nice. Thank you. To be fair, I haven't had that much to rant about lately. Like, the world is ending to a point where it's not even comical to rant about it. So there's, you know, there's nothing to say. I'm just hot and bothered. Well, the heat comes up a lot. It is very hot, yes. No, like, for me, like, the last I don't know, 2 years have been a true test of my mind in my work. Because, like, the thing is, I love reading the news. I always did love doing that. Like, for the first couple of years of my stream, I was so happy. Because I love reading the news, and I love just talking about what I read in the news, and give my opinion, you know, spark conversation with that. And that's funny. Like, you know, it's interesting because sometimes there's a Florida man who dies having sex with a crocodile. Sometimes a new species of spider is discovered in Australia, and this one puts eggs inside of your eye ducts and then kills you. You know, stuff like that. And that's funny to talk about. But like, for the last literally 2-3 years, there was been nothing to talk about in the news except we're all gonna die. Like, oh my god, COVID. And then, oh my god, the war. And then, oh my god, the heat. Like, Jesus Christ. I just need to... I don't know. I think I need to subscribe. Can anybody from the US tell me the name of a local Floridian newspaper? Because what I should be doing is just subscribe to one of those newspapers there from Florida and stuff. Just read those. Because maybe there is interesting news there. Yeah, the shooting is like, dude, Jesus Christ, dude. It's like, they're like, what the fuck do you talk about? Well, tonight we talked about cloacas, though. That was nice. I mean, if you think about it philosophically, we're all technically dying. Every second is lost to the gaping abyss that is time. Forever. Our time here on this planet is but a blink of an eye. Hey! Don't worry, Quindly. There are no spiders that do that. There's a bunch of mosquitoes that do it, though. I like to believe I'm in a toilet, Fern. Like, if I were to be a brain, I wouldn't want to be a brain in a jar. I want to be a brain in a toilet. Like, I hope they just put me in a toilet. Definitely in a toilet. Maybe a bidet, you know? Maybe a bidet, considering the fetish I have. Is this still a lizard if she has breast, implying she feeds her young with milk? Very unlizard-like. God damn it. I don't know, dude. Like, you guys are asking questions way above my pay grade. Do you think your toilet brain has its own poop towel? Yeah, it's the mouth. That's what I use to clean the poop. My mouth is my poop towel. I know, actually, I'm a brain, so I don't have a mouth. So maybe I do have a poop towel. You know, I would like to say that I'm surprised that you know about Reddits like those, Gimli, but I actually am not. Someone pays... No. No. I've been constantly starving to death. Well, funnily enough, the brain actually does secrete waste, you know? We have, in the back of our neck, there is a connection which is called body-brain. And it's basically a vein. And through it, chemicals go to the brain, but also go back to the body from the brain. So your brain technically takes poops inside of your own skull. And then that poop gets scooped up and put in your body, which then becomes actual poop. Yeah, 8. That's my way for my brain to get rid of the waste. And you know, there have been studies about Alzheimer's, for example, and dementia and old age related sicknesses that attribute those kind of sicknesses to an increased amount of the brain poop remaining in the brain and not being cleaned off. So that poop over the years kind of sticks around and eventually burns your brain. That's one of the theories. The answer to everything is a poop towel. For you Americans in the stream, after you poop, what do you do? Like, do you always take a shower after pooping? Or do you just put your pants back on and you leave the bathroom? start a political party. I mean, considering the state of the US, I'm pretty... I don't think that's that different from reality, mate. That's how politicians are born. I need to hide my disgusting expression one more time, but I'm about to faint. So I apologize, but I need to take a breath. Your funny remarks are avoiding my question. My little bidet-less friends. Quindly makes fun of me for having a towel for my butt after the bidet. That movie, what was the new movie? Demolition Man? The one with the three? That movie was great, man. That movie was really good. I need to watch it again. The real question is, what is the limit on PSI of the water from your bidet? Well, it shouldn't be that strong. So about 25 PSIs. I will say that anything above 40 PSI can be considered masturbation. Yeah, man, the wet wipes. Jesus, I don't know, man. Lol, right? Okay, actually, other question. Did any of you fall for the pandemic fear and bought a shit ton of toilet paper? Did anybody of the people in chat do it? I don't think it's about being stupid or not, to be honest. I think it's about just... Some people get scared more than others. Yes, we had a few of those too, Trash. Hello, Jenny! How you doing, baby? But why did you buy toilet paper, Quindly? You are a woman. Women don't poop. The worst feeling was the grocery store, and 80% of the food was wiped out in a couple of days. Ah, I'm happy to see you too, baby. The insane thing were the people buying gasoline and putting it in plastic bags. Well, not that insane considering the price of gasoline now. They at least have a use for it now. Ah, I didn't know that. See, I'm also stupid. I didn't know that. Plastic dissolves in gasoline? Really? Wow. I didn't know that. You should see my face right now. The new what? Game of Thrones? They're making a Game of Thrones prequel? Really? It's the first one. Wait a minute. There are multiple different materials. The most common used for grocery stores does dissolve or at least breaks down in gasoline. Okay. Well, good to know. No, that makes me wonder because like the jerry can. How are they called? The red cans you shoot in video games. Those are also made of plastic. I was like, wait a second. How is it possible? Did you know that those kind of red those red containers that hold the gasoline in them are called the jerry cans because of World War II Germans? And back in World War II, the Germans used to have red cans to store gasoline in them, and the Americans liked the idea, and they called them jerry cans because at the time, one of the ways of calling the Nazi was jerry. So, isn't that cool? I don't know why my mind is like an inexhaustible source of stupid, useless trivia nobody gives a shit about. But, I don't know. I mean, maybe one day I will play Trivial Pursuit and be really good at it. You've been fooled by an urban legend. It is called that after the Tom and Jerry cartoons because Jerry can always get away. Quindi, I beg of you, ban MG. Or please, just do it. Because of AD. It's possible actually, yeah. You know, like, the diagnosis for ADHD has explained a lot of things about my life. The only thing that I am not really sure about yet is how comes I have such a big dong? Because I don't think that has anything to do with the ADHD. But I wonder, like, why do I have such a huge... Oh, you could do that, yes. You could do that, Quinley, yeah. Why not? I have never seen one in real life. I mean, Jerry can. I've only seen them in video games and shot them. No, actually, I am both 8. Got stepped on by an elephant as a child. Actually, horrible swelling and would fall off in another 10 years. But that means I get 10 years of incredible BBD Gimli. You know, and then by then I'll be 40. So. Along the lines, I was thinking about cats and boxes. What if they fit so they sit because of some genetic memory of cats traveling to Earth from a distant planet? They must have spent hundreds of generations in tiny boxes. Jesus Christ. What kind of drugs are you doing, Emily? We don't really have army surplus shops. I mean, I'm sure we have them in Italy, but I have never seen one before. I know the aviation has like a line of designer clothes that are stupid expensive. But that's it. I mean, the great copyright-free tunes are worth it, you know? My cat would freaking put herself inside everything she found. Even bags, like normal plastic grocery bags. If you put them on the table for a minute, 2 seconds later, you would have a cat-shaped object inside of the bag. Just chilling there. They are really? What the fuck do you guys live? Like, I have never seen one in my life. On his journey to Eagle Scout as of Monday night, he might just get before he turns 16. We told him no license until he gets Eagle. What the fuck is an Eagle Scout? Why are you saying things I don't understand tonight? Highest award in Boy Scouts. Ah. You know, when I was a kid, I would have loved to be a Boy Scout. The problem in Italy is that the Boy Scouts are in the hand of the church. So more than being, you know, hanging out and going traveling around with kids and possibly discovering your homosexual nature, is basically Catholic indoctrination. So I wasn't that much interested in that. I mean, I know I don't have anything against faith, but I just, you know, didn't feel like going. That is what makes us special. I think it was called Balilla. What you're talking about, it was called Balilla, Sir Knight. But as you might imagine, it was dismissed after World War II. It kind of turned into the Scouts for us, and the church took isn't that a pasta, bro? That's baril. God damn it. Dude, my fucking thoughts are sweating. That's how hot it is. No, you have to actually be Swiss to be part of the Swiss Guard, so no luck there, Sir Knight. No, I understand the use of jerrycans in the US, considering how big it is. You definitely want to be left gasless in the middle of nowhere. But here in Italy, I've never seen it. Quack, 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 quack. The story of the Swiss Guard also is really cool, by the way. Like, basically, back in the days, during the medieval times, everybody was hiring mercenaries left and right because they needed them to fight their little squabbling wars, right? And the Swiss were they also had their own mercenaries. But the problem was that they were so freaking overpowered that it got to a point where it was made outlawed to hire the Swiss to be mercenary in your fight, because they were so freaking overpowered that they would basically win the fight by themselves. So what happened is that they made it so that only the Pope could employ them for their fighting, and everybody else could not. And that's how the transition began, and they eventually became the Swiss Guard. I made the mistake this morning of running an errand and melted in the air. It's so hot, Phoenix. Genoa, my town, also has a very interesting story about mercenaries. And the story is that Genoa had basically the best crossbowman in the world. Because there was this tradition that any noble kid that wasn't the firstborn, so it didn't become the heir of the family, would instead be sent to train with a crossbow to become part of a mercenary group to make money for the family. So Genoa had a lot of incredibly good and powerful crossbowmen. And the sad truth is that that kind of core of crossbowmen met its end because of the French. During the Battle of Hastings, actually, the French hired these guys to fight for them against the British, but it started raining, as you know. Problem is that the English could simply remove the string from their bows and put it under their hat to keep it dry from the water of the rain, while the Genoese, with their massive crossbows, they couldn't, because they were full of mechanism and stuff, so they couldn't take away the strings to keep them safe from being wet and malfunctioning. So they retreated back to camp to go and cover the crossbows and keep them safe. The French understood them going back as a sign of retreat, and they killed them with friendly fire to punish them for their retreat. And that's how they died. Now, I would be very pissed off if I died like that, let me tell you. But yes, that's how it ended. What a sad end. They were the best crossbowmen in the world. And they got killed by friendly fire. Imagine, if the French weren't idiots, maybe they would have won the Battle of Hastings. Who knows how the world would be if our little crossbowmen survived. That's why I love history so much, because like one wing flap from a butterfly can change the course of everything. Lazier and full of pasta. So pretty nice, I would say. How do you say it? Asgard. You are the French one. Templar Knights also? Well, the Templars were kinda killed because they were too powerful, politically speaking. So they were declared heretics and hunted down because of their political power made them too dangerous for everybody. You think someone would have told the French, hey, for your information, we can't... Well, maybe somebody wasn't thinking they were gonna be executed on the spot. And they would have had a chance to explain themselves before being murdered like animals, you know? So they maybe didn't feel like it was needed. It's the lesson from history is don't work with the French. Sylvester. Oh. Imagine showing up to a war with a weapon. Dude, what are you talking about? Crossbow was like the dominant weapon on the battlefield at the time. People simply did not fight while it was raining. They would just wait for the rain to stop and then they would fight. Minimancer, how you doing? Thank you. I am kinda jealous of my paint jobs now, though. I wanna be more beautiful than they are. No, you're wrong, Gimli. The British longbow took years and years of training to be used well. And it required a very strong man to be able to be pulled. The crossbow could be learned in 20 minutes and anybody could use it. You got that wrong. The longbow was more effective than a crossbow when it came to rate of fire, but finding somebody able to use a longbow was very fucking difficult. People trained for years with it. That's why, like in fantasy, the sniper kind of guy is always an elf. Because they're like, oh yes, of course, he's using a bow and he trained with it for the last 600 years. That's why he's so good, like Legolas, you know, and stuff like that. I got this mini primed up, I'm really nice. Yeah, the shield is done. It was the first thing I painted, actually. I really liked the shield on this mini. So it was the first thing I painted. Take care, sweet. I will see you later, dude. Wow. Okay, my friends, I think we can call it for today. Gonna get some rest, some water as well. And I will be seeing you next week for our next Reaper stream. Or alternatively, if you want to be particularly sexy, you can join me on my own stream, where we're gonna be painting this lady. We're gonna be getting this lady sorted out. Actually, it's a guy, by the way. But yeah, whatever. We're gonna paint this miniature Friday. And if you truly want to show how big you are, you can join the Patreon as well. I have hundreds of guides, thousands of hours. So, or the link are in chat, thanks to our little Queen Lina. Thank you, baby. And that is it, I would say. I wish you all a fantastic evening. See ya next one. Bye-bye. Bye.